paradise. That's how many describe Hawaii. From its tropical climate to its sandy beaches and stunning sunsets. It's a picture-perfect wonderland. This is where we find longtime friends Alison Teal and Sarah Lee.
Well, I was sort of that Tarzan child. I was raised around the world by my parents who are adventure photographers, so I spent my life since I was this big in a tent, on the side of Mount Everest, or going down the Amazon River in search of pink wild dolphin, or across the Moroccan desert by camels, and I had this very different existence. I was homeschooled, or world schooled, I guess you could call it, and that was my life 24/7, just living in the most remote, dangerous, and exotic corners of this wild world.
Allison is a surfer, filmmaker, environmentalist, and world traveler. Through her never-ending adventures, she hopes to bring awareness and change to the issue of global pollution and sustainability.
A lot of people call the ocean the rainforest of the sea because it provides most of our world's oxygen. Growing up in these remote jungles and with these tribes, I lived off the earth. It's like you don't survive if the potato crop doesn't do well, and you also don't survive if you aren't kind to people and you're kept, everybody has their role in society. And traveling across some of the most pristine beaches and growing up in the ocean and surfing and loving the fish and the wildlife. And then now as an adult going back to these places and seeing them plagued by plastic pollution and everybody modernizing and culture just disappearing, it was so shocking to me that it made me want to start my film series.
Basing out of my grass shack in Hawaii, I travel the world, sharing secrets of survival, sustainability, and happiness through my Allisons Adventures film series.
Allisons Adventures is my film series, and it's basically education through entertainment. So I go to many of the cultures that I grew up in, and I connect with a person in each place to share their stories and to share what's going on with our world in a way to protect this beautiful planet. Because as far as I know, there's only one Earth and no planet B, no plan B. A big cause that I've had has been preventing single-use plastic pollution.
My quest? Find a way to repurpose all of that plastic.
Current research shows that about 60% of our oxygen comes from the ocean. And plastic pollution, toxic sunscreens, climate change, everything is destroying our oceans. In Hawaii alone, since 2011, we've lost almost half of our coral reefs.
Allison travels the globe with her longtime friend and underwater photographer, Sarah Lee.
As a child, I spent my whole life swimming and in a pool and in the ocean, and that's really how I got into water photography, because I just loved being in the ocean more than anything else.
Together, they hope to raise awareness about the pollution that plagues our planet.
Look over here! Thanks.
What's been incredible for me working with Sarah is that as two girls with nothing really but a camera and a laptop and our sense of adventure, we've been able to go out there and make huge global change and impact. And I feel, it does choke me up to think that, what one person or two people can do to really make change. And so I hope that I can be a voice of inspiration to other people, women, anyone, to go out there and, you know, grab a camera, grab a pad of paper, use Facebook, use Instagram, use anything as a way to make good change in this world. Because we did it, and it's not that difficult. You just have to have passion and want to share those stories. So I'm just forever grateful to Sarah for literally following me around the world and jumping on board with my crazy ideas.
I hope this is a good reality check of what's happening in the world, and it's not just a Mexican issue. It's an issue as a planet.
The coolest project I worked with her on and I just did photography for was she did this TV show where she survived naked on an island for 30 days and noticed all the plastic there, which actually kind of helped her survive, but it was also devastating to her to see all this like plastic covered on this pristine island. So she made it her mission to go back and create a story about how plastic was destroying the Maldives. The goal is, how do you like inspire people to reduce their single-use plastic, and how do you photograph this story to like kind of inspire people towards that? So that was something I really wanted to get behind because it was a really devastating thing to see. But also like it was a fun challenge, photograph it beautifully, but in a way that would also bring awareness to that issue. You know, I had big water drop issues. Is it helping? Yeah, it works really good.
Born and raised on the big island of Hawaii, Sarah grew up as a long-distance competitive swimmer and avid surfer. She was able to easily merge her knowledge of the ocean with her passion for photography.
When I go underwater and take my pictures, it's just on a breath hold. So I use swim fins and sometimes a mask with my camera housing, and I just hold my breath and like dive under. So yeah, I don't use oxygen. Usually when I take photos, it's within like 5 to 10 feet of the surface, where the reds and the skin tone are a lot more natural. We're usually underwater for when we're shooting photos with a subject. If it's a wave, like we're only underwater for one wave, which is less than 10 seconds, or if we're free diving with dolphin or the reef or like among the reef or something, it's anywhere between like 20 seconds to a minute. I was never like properly trained within freediving when I started taking underwater photos. By taking proper freedive instruction from an instructor on the island, it really helped me actually hold my breath a lot longer underwater, and then helped me kind of guide anyone who wasn't as comfortable in the water as I was to like dive deeper and stay under longer and just be comfortable in the water.
So we'll swim, whether we're documenting coral reefs to protect them, you know, we'll dive along, we'll go through underwater caves sometimes. But I think the content that we're called upon for, whether it's by brands or for my series, is, we call it Girl Under Waves. And it's just this beautiful chemistry between me, in this case, under a wave. You don't have control. You never know what's going to happen. So you swim out to a break and you never know whether it's going to be sunny or cloudy, or if a huge swell is going to hit while you're out there. What's the bottom like? Is it jagged coral? Is it sand? Which way is the sun hitting from? Is there fish that are getting swept up in the wave with you? Is there a shark lurking around? You know, we've had it all. And so I think there's just this beauty and simplicity, and you go out there and you never know what's going to happen.
Allison believes the most valuable treasure on Earth is water.
I followed them through a thick channel of underwater mangroves.
Her films not only bring awareness, but also make a difference.
Do you have a message for los niños about
the planet.
Water is the life. It's very important. Take water.
Sarah and I just completed a film that will be shown to almost all people entering Hawaii about using Reef Safe, non-nano certified natural organic sunscreen, because that's what's killing a lot of our reefs. It was incredible going out with Sarah and actually seeing what is happening to our reefs and tasting the water that has sunscreen in it and looking at the top of it and seeing all the oil and being like, ugh, this is a serious situation.
Scientists believe the protein that gives Hawaiian coral its blue color can filter out harmful UV radiation, which could help other corals better adapt to climate change.
Wake up and smell the toxins.
From the detrimental effects of toxic sunscreen to plastic pollution, Allison and Sarah have witnessed firsthand the negative impact humans are making on nature.
If we don't stop reducing our waste, cut out plastic, this is what's gonna happen.
I've really taken it upon myself to be a female Indiana Jones that's on a quest to do something good in this world, to educate through entertainment. You know, I'm not on the search for the Holy Grail. I'm on the search for the biodegradable cup, or my surfboards that are made out of recycled coffee cups and plant resin. My bikinis, even the one I'm wearing, is made out of recycled plastic bottles. So I think that there's something we can do every day to make a change. So I'm really a girl on a mission to help make that change and to do it with a smile and joy and show that, you know, it's not doomsday. It's simple. We can make little waves of change that will cause this ripple effect. And then we can have this planet around for our future generations to play in, because I would love it if one day I have kids for them to be able to go swim with the dolphin or say hi to Nemo and perpetuate the beauty of what nature has to offer. I think all the answers to life can be found in nature.